Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Orv3NWO, and I'm bringing you my Black Ops gun comparison. Today we will be comparing the two 3-burst guns in Black Ops, the G11 and the M16. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so first off I want to show you the stats of each gun. In the M16 you can see that the damage is a 7, the range is an 8, and the accuracy and mobility are both 9s, and of course it is a 3-round burst gun. The G11, the only difference is that the range drops down to a 7. Now the only time you'll really see this come into play is in hardcore game modes. Other than that, you won't really see it very often. Now this is where we get into the really big differences on the guns. The attachments. This is one of the main reasons you'll see more people using the M16 than the G11, is because it has a wide range of attachments. I love to use the red dot sight on this gun. The iron sights are not bad, so if you can get away without using a sight, it'll open up that other attachment slot. Extended mags isn't really something I usually go with. I usually stick with either the sight or one of the good things is a dual mag. The M16 starts with 30 in the clip and then you have 90 extra, giving you a total of 120. So the dual mags will run that up to a higher number. That's a good way to go. Another thing, the M16 basically is a 2-hit kill gun. It's a 1-hit kill if you get all 3 bullets on, but that doesn't happen very often. So the suppressor doesn't actually hurt it. Since it is a 2-hit kill gun, you're going to have to shoot them twice anyways most of the times, and the suppressor will not hurt you. Now on to the G11. The G11 only has 2 attachments, the low power scope and the variable zoom scope. One of the great things about this though, since it's an assault rifle, it is not affected by the slowed down scope in times on sleight of hand like a sniper rifle would be. So if you use either of these, they will zoom in very, very quickly, scope in very quickly. But that being said, the iron sights on the G11 is great, so that's something you can use also. Variable zoom scope and low zoom scopes both have quite a bit of sway in them, and they're a little tough to use at long ranges, but if you can do it, that's great, and you have a 3-burst sniper. Now for the optimal perk setups for each gun. With the M16, you can really use most of the first perk. What I really recommend is Scavenger. Because it starts with only 120 bullets, you'll find yourself running out eventually. Scavenger Pro will give you more bullets to begin with and guarantee that you never run out because you can always replenish. You can never go wrong with Flak Jacket Pro either. I really like that perk, but I tend to go with Scavenger with this one. Now with both of the 3-burst guns, Harden Pro is a great perk. It gives you no flinch or reduced flinch when you're getting hit, which will keep you from spraying bullets off as you're getting shot. I usually try and stay away from Steady Aim Pro a little bit because I don't get into a lot of hip fire situations with them and they're pretty accurate anyways. Sleight of Hand Pro is also a very good perk. If you're not using dual mags on the M16, you can reload quite a bit faster. And then Warlord Pro is another very good one. I use this quite a bit on M16s because I like to run a sight and a suppressor, sometimes a sight and dual mags. Now with the G11, a lot of the stuff is the same, but in the first perk I tend to stay away from Scavenger Pro because it gives you quite a bit more bullets from the beginning. 48 in the clip, I think it's a total of 192, so that opens you up where you can use the other things. I really like to use Flak Jacket Pro. Another one I see a lot of people using is Hardline Pro. That's a good idea as well. In the second perk, same thing applies. Harden Pro will keep you on target quite a bit more when you're getting shot. Warlord Pro you can pretty much cancel out, there's no point unless you just want the extra grenades. So I would stick with either Sleight of Hand Pro or Harden Pro. If you're using one of the scopes though, go with Scout Pro. It'll give you longer breath time and you can switch weapons quite a bit quicker. Now I cut the third perk off the M16 because it's basically the same for either one. It's up to you, whatever you like the most. Ninja Pro you can never go wrong with. I love Tac Mask Pro for any class. I think it's the most underused perk in the game. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a little bit about the M16. This is the iron sight. It's pretty nice, a little obtrusive on the sides, but if you can get away with using it, if you like it, then use that and it'll keep you from having to use a sight for one of your attachments. Now I'm going to show you the recoil here in aim down sight mode. You can see that it's pretty tight, pretty good group, very low recoil. The recoil will jump in an upwards manner with the M16. Now the rate of fire on the M16 is pretty fast, but it is a touch slower than the G11. I think I'm going to show you, here's the hip fire. Spread out quite a bit, but it can still be pretty accurate in close quarter combat if you have to. And there's the reload time. That was on a full empty clip. You can cut that down a little bit by tapping YY. Here's the reload on a non-empty clip. And now here's the G11. The G11 I think has one of the best iron sights on the entire game. It's pretty much the same thing as the FAMAS and the AUG. And the recoil on it will hit at kind of a clockwise rotation. Still a little up, but a very, very tight group. I think it seems to me that it has a little bit less recoil. You can see there that was the full empty clip reload. Here is the non-empty clip reload. Its reload time is quite a bit slower than the M16, so double tapping Y or using a dual mag or sleight of hand pro is very helpful on this gun. You can see there I canceled it with a double tap of Y. The hip fire is pretty spread out. It actually seems a little more spread out than the M16 to me, but I have better luck with this in close quarters combat than I do with the M16. And some of the stats that I've read seem to back that up a little bit. And there you have it, guys. This has been my Black Ops gun comparison of the G11 and the M16. Just kind of a final overview. The M16 will give you many more attachment options, but starts with less ammunition and has a slightly slower fire rate. The G11 will give you a higher fire rate, slightly slower reload times, and I think it works a little better in close quarters combat. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you did, and if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, remember to like and favorite it if you want to. And I will see you guys next time.